All right, the San Diego Asian Film Festival has unveiled its film lineup for its 25th anniversary, featuring world premieres and global cinema. And this year will be one of the largest film programs in the festival's history, with more than 170 films from more than 35 countries and 35 different languages. And with me now to speak more about the festival is Brian Hu, the artistic director of the San Diego Asian Film Festival. Brian, thank you so much for being here. This is the 25th anniversary, if you can believe it, for this event. So what are some of the things that viewers can look forward to?
I mean, we're going to continue to do what we've always been great at, which is show this cross-section of Asian cinema. Asia is such a diverse continent. Japan to Iran to India to the Pacific Islands. So really somebody who wants to just get in 10 days what's going on in Asia, this is the place to be.
So there are some films that are being premiered this year, that's right?
World premieres, yeah.
Tell us about some of them.
Yeah, well, we have an international premiere of the film Cells at Work. This is a live-action adaptation of a really fun anime that's been on Netflix. Imagine Inside Out meets The Magic School Bus. This will be the first time this film has ever been shown outside of Japan, and the director is coming all the way from Japan for it. So a lot of films like this, you'll be amongst the first in the world to watch these movies.
It's going to be amazing. So how do you choose what films, especially premieres, show up at the festival?
Well, we're trying to bring buzz to the festival, of course, bring buzz to San Diego as a destination for world cinema. So we're looking at films that have not necessarily played all of the other festivals already. We want to be the festival that other festivals turn to when they want to know what is new. So that is one way where we decide.
So I was going through some of the lineup very quickly before showtime here, and I noticed that Margaret Cho is actually a star in one of the films. Can you talk about that film and what that will bring to the audience here?
Yeah, Margaret's actually in 2 films at our festival this year. So she's a star of our centerpiece, Amal, that we loved, in which she plays this woman. Her dog has just passed away, and her daughter's about to move away to another country, and so she's going through a bit of a midlife crisis, but it's really funny, and you'll see stars in it from television that you've seen before. And then she's also the narrator of a world premiere of a documentary called Tura, about a cult cinema icon from the 1960s.
So besides Margaret Cho, who else could we maybe see on the red carpet?
I mean, what we love is that there are these actors who we have been following for decades, who may not be very well known to the larger public. Maybe you've seen them in television before, but the Asian American film world, we know these are the people who constantly support our films, that come out to events like ours. We'll have a big gala celebration on Saturday where we are having a lot of these celebrities come down.
So I know that some of the venues, I think, include Regal and Mira Mesa, I think. Where are some of the other places the films are playing?
Yeah, the Regal and Mira Mesa, that's sort of our home base. Most of our films will be played there. We're going to be opening the festival at the Natural History Museum in Balboa Park. And we know a lot of folks, they don't always want to drive all the way up to Mira Mesa. So over the weekends, we're going to be also doing screenings at the Museum of Photographic Arts, also in Balboa Park.
That's a beautiful theater, by the way. I've actually been there. It's kind of a hidden gem, I think. Anything else you want to tell us about some of the films? I mean, you mentioned just the variety of countries and then the languages. What are some of the languages besides, I would say, Japanese, English? Is there Tagalog films in here?
There are Tagalog films. And that's really one of our goals of the festival. We know everyone is familiar with the Chinese, Japanese, Korean, but we want to show that Asia is so much more than that. And in fact, we're showing the first ever animated feature film from Pakistan. So this is like a full, huge animated film in the Urdu language. You wouldn't expect that, and that's going to be at our festival. It
is the 25th year. I'm assuming that a lot of San Diegans have been to this festival, but if they haven't, what is one thing that you'd like them to take away from it?
It's that there's so much in the world now that divides us, and sometimes when we're at home watching films on Netflix, on our streaming devices, we forget that there's so many other people out there coming together in the same auditorium, in the darkness, hearing laughter, hearing sniffles, and you don't know who they are, and feeling like you're part of a community. I think that's why people keep coming back year after year.
Is there one film that you in particular you cannot wait to see it? Maybe you've screened it, or is there something that you're very excited about?
Oh, there are too many. Our closing film called New Wave. It's this documentary about Vietnamese Americans. And we've seen many documentaries about immigration, and they're usually, about suffering and assimilation. This is about music. It's about the music culture that second-generation Vietnamese Americans sort of invented on their own in Southern California in the 1980s.
Let's take a look at some of the event details. We've talked about some of the venues that you're going to be screening this at, but I think we do have a link to our website, at least at fox5sandiego.com. Brian Hu, thank you so much for being here, and I wish you the best of luck with this festival. It sounds fantastic.
Thank you.